action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the Indiana Pacers. The opening tip is won by the Pacers. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Russ at the controls. To Adams. Miles Turner. Huge block. They've got it now. Matthews to Collison. Here comes the screen. Young to Turner. Short jumper stays out.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Knocked loose. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Miles Turner. It stays with Oklahoma City. Westbrook. The screen sets him up for two. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook to Adams. Knocked loose. Pacers have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Miles Turner against the former MVP. To Young. Jeremy Grant with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Ferguson. Indiana with the basketball. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Bojan Bogdanovic at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 86% from the line. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by three. Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Baseline stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Good look that time, but off the mark. Westbrook with the basketball. They trail by one. No good. To Collison. Turner to Young. Thaddeus Young. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Westbrook into the front court. Down three. Trying to cash in, cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Now the Pacers go to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Corey Joseph picked up by Westbrook. To Turner. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Westbrook with it. Down a point. Around the perimeter to George. The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock. Fires the three. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Joseph with it. His team up by 1. To Evans. Driving right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Thunder with the basketball. It's Westbrook. And a putback slam.
Look out. Freight train coming through.
Bojan Bogdanovic. Tough matchup against George. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Deep 3 at the buzzer. So we're through 1 at Chesapeake Energy Arena. The Thunder on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Yes, Wesley Matthews. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Oklahoma City's got it. To Schroeder. Probing the defense. George. Oh, the Pacers come away with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Schroeder. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Joseph with it. Down by 1. To Matthews. Here comes the screen. Matthews, guarded by Raymond Felton. It's a big finish.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
OKC ball. Schroeder. To Paul George. Beyond the arc for three. Evans with the rebound. Joseph with it. Leads one. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Paul George, deep left corner. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Evans. And he drains it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions.
Schroeder to George. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Team foul number 1.
Russell Westbrook. Couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Into the front court comes Collison. It's a one-point game, 13-12. Can't connect from in close. The follow won't go either. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. He'll run the offense. Westbrook to Paul George. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Russell Westbrook trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw up and good. Gives him a two-point lead. To Collison. Nothing going here on that drive. Just not going down. The Thunder have the possession. Schroeder. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana. Thaddeus Young, guarded by Russell Westbrook. To Collison. Young. To Turner. Lets it fly from long range. Advantage to the D. Miles Turner, no good. Schroeder with the basketball. Under a minute to go before halftime. Collison into the front court. Down 2. To Turner. Schroeder with the board. To Westbrook. Tough make through traffic.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Turner. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Oklahoma City ball. Westbrook. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Thunder with the lead.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Thunder have the advantage on the scoreboard at halftime. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaky. Have a look at the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Pacers were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. Have a look at the leading scores for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Field goals.
What you see on the screen is how this team put itself at a disadvantage. They definitely have some adjustments to make for the second half.
Player of the half.
Russell Westbrook was all over the boards in the first half. You've got to appreciate his determination when shots go up.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Russ at the controls. Not that time. Miles Turner tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Tyreek Evans guarded by Terrence Ferguson.
The screen.
Passed it off. Jeremy Grant sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Ferocious slam inside.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Into the front court comes Collison. The deficit is 6. Turner to Evans. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session, watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment Needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
Collison against Westbrook. Darren Collison. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Oh, yeah, he rocked him to sleep on that one.
It's Russ at the controls. Oh, the Pacers come away with the steal. To Collison from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Westbrook across the timeline. His guys now trailing by a point. To George. OKC now with 4 to shoot. Collison into the front court. Leads just a point. Darren Collison, 4 out of 7. Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game.
The first 1,000 fans in our next home game will receive a free team poster. Even better, 3 lucky fans will win a poster that's been signed by the entire team. Show up early for your chance to win.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 23, Wesley.
Miles Turner with a piece.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Thaddeus Young at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 67%. Missed it at the line. Westbrook into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. To Paul George. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Thaddeus Young sizing up Jeremy Grant. To Matthews. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss. Thunder with the basketball. George. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George to Westbrook. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. It's Westbrook. Rebound cleared by the Pacers. Into the front court comes Collison. Leads 5. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Ferguson to Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook. Short jumper stays out. To Collison. Young to Collison.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. New blood coming in for both sides. Collison picked up by Schroeder. Tyreke Evans matched up with Raymond Felton. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Bojan Bogdanovic here against Morris. Here's Schroeder with it. Shot clock off as they look for a lead going into the fourth quarter. Oh, the Pacers come away with the steal. Has a chance. Shot by Bogdanovic off the mark. Working hard on the glass. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. That ends the third quarter. Thunder with the lead. So the Pacers. Jay, we have ourselves a ball game.
Ed, I've been in this situation so many times as a team that's been the favorite. You expect to win the ball game, and then all of a sudden you find yourself in the middle of a true battle. This looks like it could be anybody's game right now.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His guys now down by a point. Curling inside. Short jumper won't fall. To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. Not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
Ed, I remember this in so much detail. I was watching the NBA pre-draft camp, and I saw Miles Turner run, and myself and all the scouts, everybody's like, whoa, wait a second. What is that? But I give the Pacers a lot of credit. They had a trainer that worked with his gait, and now that's exactly who he is. A big that can run down, block shots, and be active on the perimeter defensively.
To Matthews. Collison. 5 on the shot clock. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give
no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Screen coming. Matthews here against Ferguson. Miles Turner slams it down. The Thunder will use a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Westbrook to George. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
It's Indiana basketball. Collison picked up by Schroeder. To Young. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Westbrook to Schroeder. Won't go down. Collison to Young. Bojan Bogdanovic picked up by Adams. To Matthews. Here's a chance from long range, and George able to gobble up the rebound. To Schroeder. Westbrook to Paul George. For three, it was contested, but Paul George still dials in for three.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Drive here, but the shot stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed.
Shot from in close, no good. Pacers with the possession. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. Westbrook with the basketball. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. Oh, he had him there for a second. Here comes the screen. PG lets it fly. Paul George, he's 3 for 7.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout, and this is where the coaches earn their cash. Let's see what they design down by 2 here in the final minute of play.
You can register at our team website for more details.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Collison picked up by Westbrook. To Matthews. To Young. Has a look. Deep two there, won't go. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning the timeout.
Good victory here for the Thunder as they win a close one by 2. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder. When you got consistent offense supported by reliable defense. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Pacers are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. Chemistry was clearly not the issue today because they were definitely sharing the ball well. Still, everyone knows they'd rather be sharing the joy of a victory. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Field goals.
From an offensive standpoint, this was a quality game. The same can't be said for the defense. But still, it turned out to be an entertaining matchup.
Player of the game.
Russell Westbrook put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.